Deep Greenwood is a play about the creation and destruction of Black Wall Street. The Greenwood Cultural Center will put on the production later this month. And here today with us to talk about the history behind the play and what audiences can expect is, I'm so sorry. I know your last name is Marcus.
Charity.
Charity. Okay, so Mia was supposed to join us this afternoon. A little backstory for you. She was unable to make it last minute. She is the director and the playwright.
Yes.
She's from Oklahoma City. And so let's just get started just kind of first of all of her inspiration and why she chose to write this play, not even being from Tulsa.
Yes, well, Mia had come across the history, and then as she was learning more about the play, she just really, or about the history of Black Wall Street, she really just felt that connection to it, and she wanted to be able to tell the story in a creative way.
And Charity, let's talk about the play in general, because it's not just about the massacre, which of course we are coming up on the 100 years since the massacre, but it's about how Black Wall Street even started, how it kind of came into shape.
Yes, so the play is centered around O.W. Gurley and J.B. Stratford and their plan to create Black Wall Street in a time when, you know, Black people couldn't even go past the railroad tracks here in Tulsa. And then it moves into the unfortunate incident of the massacre. And then we also talk about how Black Wall Street was actually rebuilt after the massacre. And then it was rebuilt and it was thriving and even more better than before.
And that's a big part of it, too, is the resurgence of Black Wall Street.
Yes, and I think that's something that we also need to look at, too, as a community, as a city, and as a nation, of how resilient this community was, how resilient North Tulsans and Black Tulsans were here in this city.
What do you think what is the take-home message? And you've touched on kind of the three different parts of it, but what do you think audiences will really take home and how they'll feel after watching?
After coming and watching this play, the residents, or the attendees, I should say, they should feel a deep sense of empowerment. And then they should also, you know, having that experience, experiencing it in real time. And, you know, all we get is those tidbits from when people talk about it here and there. It's not really in our textbooks. So just experiencing it in real life, having that empowerment, and then just getting that history.
I believe we have a little bit, a soundbite to toss, so let's take a look.
I want my people to look at my building and know that as a culture, we can fulfill anything that we set our minds to accomplish. And the next time someone says that our people are worthless, to be able to look at my building and know that we're more than worthy, that we're able to do what any other race is able to do, and better than they could. Because regardless of what they say, we're not only equal, we're extraordinary. Not only equal, but extraordinary. Powerful words there.
Yes. Okay, if people want to watch Deep Greenwood, again, it's at the Cultural Center.
Yes.
And we'll post this online, but as you can see, Saturday, February 29th, so a week from Saturday, 7 to 9. And again, a shout out to Mia. I wish she could have been here today, but thank you for joining us. Your boots on the ground when it comes to marketing and advertising, and you got here and we still got to talk about it. So.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you for joining us. Brian?